Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Welcome back to another session in math. In this session, we are going to see how to help children understand concept of division. We need to make them understand that once you divide, the answer becomes lesser. So, how are we going to put it across to children? Let us first start off by saying division means you are going to take or put them across in smaller groups. Let us take a number 10 and let us ask children to divide it by 2. So, how do they do it? They have to take 10 coins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and they have to divide it by 2. That means they have to put 2. So, how many groups are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 10 divided by 2 will give 5, that is the answer. Now, just in case you want them to find out the quotient and the remainder, when you divide 11 by 2, now we need to make them understand that when you give them or ask them to divide a number, there will be a quotient and there will also be a remainder. So, let us just take the number 11 and let us ask them to divide it by 2. So, they take 11 coins, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11, and when I say divided by 2, that means they have to put them in groups of 2. And how many groups are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that means the quotient is 5. And what is the remainder? Whatever is remaining becomes your remainder. Over here 1 is the remainder. So, children learn what is meant by quotient and they also understand the meaning of the word remainder and they will be able to work out sums based on this. Now, when we go into long division, most often the children are confused with the number of steps that they see or that they need to remember and the sequence of the step. There is a small mnemonic to remember that. Can we just put it up on the board so that it will be easy for us to remember? So, once the children remember these keywords, they will know the steps involved and the sequence in which they need to do. So, daddy, mummy, sister and brother. Over here D is daddy, that means D stands for division, M is mummy, M stands for multiplication, S stands for subtraction and B stands for bring down. For example, if we take the sum 47 divided by 2, the children first need to do the first step, that means they have to divide 4 by 2 and write the answer as 2. And what is the next step? M. M stands for multiplication, that means they need to multiply 2 and 2 and write 4. And the next step is S. S stands for subtraction, they subtract 4 and 4, that becomes 0. And the last one is bring down, they bring down 7. And once they finish the last step, they again go back to the first step, that means it is divide. 7 divided by 2 is 3. That the next step is multiplication. 3 into 2 is 6. The next step, third step is subtraction 1. There is nothing to bring down. So, the remainder over here is 1. 47 divided by 2 will give you 23 with the remainder 1. So, the children, if I can tell you, most of our children need a structure to work out, and they also need a mnemonic to remember the steps involved. So, children will be able to remember what has to be done first and what has to be done next. When they do this sum, there is another difficulty that they face, and they ask us, do I have to take one digit or do I have to take 2 digits? How are we going to help them remember that or understand whether they need to take 1 digit or 2 digits? Ask them to take the first number 4. In case they do not know whether they have to take 47 or just 4, ask them to take the first number 4 and put 4 dots. And what is the divisor over here? 2. That means they have to put them into groups of 2. If they are able to do this, that means they have to take only 1. Just in case, instead of 47 divided by 2, if I give it as 47 divided by 5. Again, ask them to put 4 dots. Ask them to make it into a group of 5. The child will say, I can't because I have only 4. That means just tell them that they have to take both the numbers. So, this will help them to overcome the difficulty that they face when they need to decide whether they have to take only 1 or 2. So, this will help them to work out the sums better. Thank you.